Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Wax, and today we're gonna do a very quick review on a fragrance that's been hyped a lot in 2024. Of course, we're gonna talk about Liquid Brun by French Avenue. Now, in this review, I want to talk to you guys about this fragrance. I want to give you my honest opinions on it. I want to tell you if it's worth the pickup and if the hype was, actually real about this fragrance. I will try to tell you guys a couple of things that you already know about this fragrance, and hopefully some things that you don't know about this fragrance. So let's start with basically letting you guys know that this is a clone, a direct clone, one-to-one almost, 90 to 95% to Parfums de Marly Alter, which is a very, very expensive niche fragrance. It is very nice. I heard a lot of good things about it, and this is supposedly 90 to 95% close to that. So, the presentation. Now, French Avenue, it is a clone house. It's pretty nice. And I can tell that they're trying to do with their boxes to give you the feel of quality and luxury. I'm not gonna throw any shade at them because I actually do love their presentations. I mean, just look at it. I believe it is super nice. It opens up like this. You got the name of the fragrance, the name of the brand, and the fragrance is sitting quite securely in the box. So now let's take a look at the bottle. We don't really care about the box anyway. We're gonna put it right there. So, being a clone of Altair, I'm just gonna go straight away and tell you that I have never smelled Altair. This fragrance is very, very sweet. It's a sweet fragrance. It's vanilla, it's spicy, it's sweet, cinnamon, aromatic. That's one of the best things about it. Now, what I'm gonna say is that the dry down is absolutely gorgeous. The dry down is to die for, because in the dry down you get to actually smell what the fragrance is actually like, because in the initial 5-10 minutes it can be a bit different, and it can be a bit not unpleasing or anything like that, but it's a bit different than Altair, I believe. It's quite synthetic, and it's quite I don't know what the word would be, but it's synthetic and it's a bit alcoholish, probably because mine's was made in February, so it's only 2 months old. Gotta let it macerate and everything. So the notes are cinnamon, orange blossom, cardamom, bergamot, bourbon vanilla, elemi, praline, ambroxan, guaiac wood, and musk. So right off the bat, this is a sweet fragrance, but it's not gonna be as sweet as this. That's Stronger with You Intensely. Now, what I can tell you is not as sweet as that, but the cinnamon is there. The cinnamon from Stronger with You Intensely you can find here. Now, the vanilla in Liquid Brun is not going to be as sweet as this, which is the 1 million elixir. It's not going to be as sweet as that either. The thing is, it's a good thing. It's a good thing that is not as sweet and cloying as this, because it doesn't have the toffee note. It's got the praline note. Now, if we're going to take those two away and say that it's not as sweet as Stronger With You Intensely, and the vanilla is not as sweet as in the 1 million elixir, we can definitely pick up the praline note from this, which is Lattafa's Camera. and the same praline note that you can find in Latafa Kawa, which I also have, but I didn't bother to bring it out because it's the same deal, just with a bit of coffee. So you can definitely pick those up. You can definitely pick out the cinnamon from Stronger With You Intensely in here, though not as sweet or spicy. You can pick up the vanilla, though not as sweet as in 1 Million Elixir, and that's a good thing. In the dry down, though, this is where everything gets better, at least for me. Because in the dry down, everything just tones down a tiny bit. You no longer get that sweetness that makes it a bit cloying, and you actually get a vanilla with cinnamon, praline, and a bit of woodsy feel from the Gaiac wood. It's a fake oud. It's not a funky, barnyardy, or anything like that type of oud. It's a woody wood. And you take all of those notes, the vanilla, praline, Gaiac wood, and you add in the element of elemi. And the elemi, I can compare the elemi in this with the elemi in this, the Ankrenar Ale Extreme, which is really nice. If you mix those together, you get a sweet, praline, vanillic, woodsy elemi that is just absolutely edible. It's absolutely sexy. It's to die for. As I said, the initial 5-10 minutes, let's say 15, not as pleasant, not as nice, can come through as synthetic, but you let that sit on your skin, don't wash it off, don't think bad about the fragrance. It's gonna change up on you, and it's gonna be far, far, far better. I'm loving it. I'm wearing it right now, side by side with Stronger With You Intensely, and I can definitely tell that it's more sexy than Stronger With You Intensely. It's a bit more on the masculine side. It still retains all of that sweetness, but you mix it in with LME, with a bit of a woodsy feel, and that sexy praline that you find in Camera. You got a banger, an absolute banger. Now, from the top notes, the cardamom makes it nice. The orange blossom makes it a bit fresh, absolutely, and it makes it very nice. But for me, the initial, like I said, 5-15 minutes, not as pleasant, very synthetic. But I do believe it's because it's brand new, didn't have time to macerate. You do need to keep in mind, though, with those clone fragrances, Arab fragrances, you do have to give yourself, or in the room, whatever, 10, yeah, around 10 sprays to let the air get in the bottle. Once you do that, store it away in like a dark, cool place and leave it there for like 3-4 weeks, maybe a month and a half, something like that. And they will turn and change up on you in a good way. So this is exactly what I'm gonna do with liquid Brun, and I know for a fact that it's gonna get way better with time. The other thing I wanted to mention, let's talk about projection. The projection, I did get a chance to test it out today outside, and it's good. It's not a monster. I'm not going to compare it to Bergamask. I'm not going to compare it to Megamar. I'm not going to compare it to Followed or anything like that. I will say it's on par with this. It's not as strong as this. And it is very much like this in terms of projection. So it's as good projecting as Intensely. Cambra, not as good as the Elixir. Now, I do have a huge crush on the 1 million line, so that might be a bit biased, but not really. So, what I can tell, the projection is really good. I would say 6, 7, maybe even 8 feet. I would do 6, maybe 7 sprays. Let's say 5 on skin, 2 on the t-shirt or shirt, whatever you're gonna wear, and you should be okay for the full day. In terms of performance, from what I can tell, it's gonna easily last you 10 hours. So it's gonna get you through a work day without having to reapply. So if the hype is real, well, if you like the Altair DNA, and if you like sweet fragrances, edible gourmands, absolutely, it is worth the hype, 100%. And you should get it because it's at a very good price. If you can find it around 30, yeah, cop it. You're not gonna regret it. It is a penny dropper. Um, Longevity, like I said, good. Projection and sillage, very good. I'm expecting it to grow and get even better with maceration. So I'm just waiting for that to happen. Now, if I had to give it a score, I would say pretty much 8 out of 10. I do like gourmands, I really do. And it's a very good fragrance. Now, I will say that it's a bit more masculine than Stronger With You Intensely, and it is a bit more pleasant to my nose because you got in that Gaiac wood, that it's basically just a bit of a woodsy type of note, not actual oud, and a bit of musk, which makes it just a bit more masculine, which I think is actually awesome. So overall, 8 out of 10, would definitely wear it. As time goes on and it macerates, probably gonna be a 10 out of 10 for me. And yeah, that's my review. Yeah, so hopefully you did find some things that you might have not heard before, because it is important that I bring something interesting to the table that you guys might have not thought about. You take all the elements from the fragrances that I mentioned previously. You take the cinnamon and sweetness from this. You take some of the vanilla from this, and you take the praline from Camera, and the pretty much awesome Elemi from Ancre Noir. I know you guys never expected to hear Ancre Noir, Alex Trem in this comparison, but you take the Elemi from this, which is pretty amazing and niche quality, actually. It is a niche quality fragrance. You mix all of those up, and you got yourself liquid Brun. I think it's awesome. Definitely worth the cup. So hopefully you heard something interesting today. You learned something interesting today. And if you find it for the right price, even if it's 40, I would still pay 40 bucks for it. Definitely. So again, I'm hoping you guys enjoy the video. I only copped this thing because a very good, great YouTuber and friend, Grim G has sense. I will leave his name and channel in the description. You guys need to check out his channel because he has a lot more fragrances than I do, and he can tell you a few more things about many other fragrances that I currently do not have. His reviews are great, his reviews are funny, his shorts are even funnier, and I'm sure you guys are gonna find something interesting on his channel. So yeah, I only copped it because he recommended it. It's solid, 8 out of 10. Thank you, Grim. Really appreciate it, man. And yeah, I'm gonna buy some more recommendations from you, man. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Wish you all nothing but the best, and see you out there.